Let them know they'll have 3 minutes.
And just as a reminder, you will each get 3 minutes. There's a yellow dot up there. When it comes on, it means you have 60 seconds left. It makes a little noise to remind you. And we're happy to hear you speak. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. I'm going to give you the usual biweekly Gabby update of things that I'd like you to think about. So I would like you to look at these two projects relative to all the other ones. I haven't seen a chart that actually states the amount of seats we are putting in these locations compared to the others and how much money we're spending to build each one of those seats. Given the information that was portrayed today about growth in the district and budgets, you had approximately 636 students coming into the district projected, and 772 are here at the 50% mark. If you escalate that up for the year, you're going to have 900 students and roughly a growth of 7%. That's astronomical for our district. And if we aren't looking at every project compared to every other one in terms of how much money we're spending per seat to put in that district, I think we're doing a huge disservice to be able to meet those numbers. So when you're talking about these two projects, I agree, $50 million is a huge amount of money. We need to be getting every single seat at every location because we are severely underbuilding our entire district. So from that point of view, I also would like you to look at every single thing that's on this list, including the sports and the HVAC, in terms of how much you can put into that deferred maintenance budget. We need to scrape every single dime we can get for building buildings. In addition, I would like to make one comment about sports and PE. In terms of building facilities and maintaining them, we are having a severe problem with just providing the ability to put students in PE classes. We're talking about maintaining existing sports facilities, but I know for a fact that students have basically put in these very strange odd programs because they do not have a slot for them in a PE class. And I would think if you're going to start talking about how we're going to maintain sports facilities, that you need to start looking at what are we going to do about the students that can't even get into their PE class, where there's no PE class slot available to them. We're at a crisis right now. We need to be building facilities. We need to be building whole campuses. Otherwise, we're going to be putting money into facilities that we don't need right now, and we're going to get to a crisis in only a couple of years. Thank you.
Okay. And then Kimberly Castillo, and again, as a reminder, it needs to be related to our special meeting topic.
Thanks for listening. I come to you as a parent of elementary school, middle school, and high school students. I also come to you as a former food service substitute, a former teacher substitute, and now the current secretary, Dublin Elementary. I understand I can't talk to you about my facilities, which you guys have already discussed, and that is correct. But I would ask that you guys consider tabling this until you guys have the actual auditor that is coming out next week that's doing an impartial assessment of our facilities before you decide that Dublin Elementary is off the table. So those are the things that the impartial person is going to come and look at our facilities, make the determination of how our facilities are, but that won't be until next week. So that it doesn't give Dublin Elementary a fair shake as whether or not we should be on this list for maintenance. As far as the sports facilities, as a parent who has a child in the soccer program, that turf is dangerous. It is dangerous. And we see our boys, girls, whoever is on that field, in jeopardy every time they get onto that sports facility to play. So you guys need to make a decision on whether or not student safety is important to what your priorities are. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And I just want to ask one clarifying question. So just to be clear, tonight the decision we're making is about a couple projects, but we're not eliminating any other potential projects, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, it's eating away at the resources available, though.
Right, but we have not determined how we're spending the rest of the money.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it was my understanding that when we saw the presentation that had Dublin L, Fred, and Murray in it, that we had independent people come out, and they're the ones that took all those pictures. So who is coming next week, and why is that person coming next week and not before the facilities workshop that we had? I see Dublin L. I mean, there are safety there, but it's not on there. But there are safety things that need to happen at that school. So
Just like all of our schools. I mean, they're all really in that group. Doherty, I mean, so I think, I guess for me, the big picture here is that Bert and Dr. Boozer and Joe felt compelled that these were the most important to bring back now in terms of timing and really making it productive, the project, and meaningful. And I mean, it's not, I don't think it's going to change. I mean, could you see yourself, when we talk about facilities, not approving Murray and Fred? Maybe? I mean, so I just, for me, it's
I
like,
just also want to approve something at Dublin.
right, but there's going to be a lot of things that each of us wants that we're not going to get.
So I'm going to move that we approve the item on the consent calendar without the HVAC for the gyms.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Oh,
Okay, so
Passes
passes 3-2.